Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crossroads Project. How many of you have passed a cross on the side of the road and wondered what happened? Who were they? And why? Here on I-10 between Seguin and San Antonio, there's a set of memorials that have always caught my eye and left me wondering. Today, we're diving into their story, which routed investigators in the town of Cibolo, Texas. They left a trail of questions, heartbreak, and unforgettable memories. Hit like, subscribe, and share this story. And now, let's travel back to the early morning of December 24th, 2016. The holidays are in full swing. Christmas lights flicker along the front porches, and inside a cozy house in San Antonio, Texas, a holiday party is winding down. Laughter echoes, drinks are poured, music plays. Gloria Gonzales, Matthew Williams, and friend John Gonzales are celebrating with others, soaking in the warmth of the season. Gloria, 43 years old, was a single mother of 4 with a magnetic smile and an even bigger heart. Matthew, 34, her boyfriend, was known by many as Willie, a dedicated surveyor, softball player, and friend. And John, just 26, a fresh graduate of the Regional Law Enforcement Academy. He was days away from beginning his dream career. But as the night wore on, so did the drinking. Gloria and Matthew were intoxicated. Concerned friends offered them a place to sleep, but Matthew, he was adamant they needed to go home. John, said to be sober and clear-headed, took the keys. He gently helped Gloria into the back seat of Matthew's Dodge Ram. Matthew rode shotgun. Another friend, Lynch, he followed behind in John's vehicle down the wet roads towards Seguin. After making a stop midway, Lynch took the lead. At 4:20 a.m., the Dodge Ram was traveling eastbound on I-10 when it suddenly veered left, straight into the grassy median. But this wasn't just any stretch of road. Unseen in the darkness, the truck crossed over a damaged cable barrier system, a safety measure designed to prevent crossover crashes. That barrier had already been damaged the night before in a separate accident. It had not yet been repaired. With no resistance to stop it, the truck shot through the weekend barrier and entered the westbound lanes, directly into the path of an oncoming charter bus. There was no time for evasive action. The two vehicles collided with terrifying force. What greeted first responders was a scene of horror. The pickup was mangled beyond recognition. Twisted metal, airbags gone, the engine torn free. Personal items and alcohol were sprawled through the median. Body parts were strewn across hundreds of feet. Yellow tarps covered what was left of 3 young lives. Gloria, Matthew, John died on impact. The bus driver, Gary Collins, survived, but his leg was shattered. He was rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery. Miraculously, the bus had no passengers. Officers, some seasoned for decades, later admitted it was one of the worst scenes they'd ever witnessed. Detective Hines, Officer Havila, and dozens of others spent hours reconstructing the chain of events, searching for answers of what caused the drift across the median. Fatigue, distraction, alcohol? Nothing was clear. And then the phone calls, the door knocks, the shattered screams of mothers, children, and best friends. Gloria's 4 children were left motherless on Christmas Eve. Matthew's family gathered not for the holidays, but for his funeral. John, the promising law enforcement graduate, was buried just weeks after earning his badge. 6 months later, heartbreak returned. Gloria's son, John Ernest Salas, was called home to reside with his mom in the afterlife. 2 funerals, 1 family. A crushing loss that rippled through the community. This was more than an accident. It was generational grief. Investigators combed through every clue. They measured skid marks, reviewed footage, debris trails, and tire impressions. Gathered statements, but still, no definitive explanation emerged. Witnesses said John was sober. He carried Gloria back to the truck. He wanted to help. In Lynch's statement, as he was leading, something felt off. The headlights he thought belonged to John began to fade in the distance. He slowed down, giving space for the truck to catch up. But when the next vehicle appeared, it wasn't John. The one after that, still not John. At the next gas station, Lynch pulled over and tried calling. No answer. Thinking maybe John had pulled off to fix a tire, he doubled back to take a look. Still nothing. Eventually, he sent a text telling John he'd just head home. On his way back, traffic was diverted because of an accident up ahead. Lynch didn't think much of it. He went home, went to sleep, never imagining the tragedy that had already unfolded. The toxicology report was inconclusive, the timeline murky. No one lived to tell the truth. The precise cause of this collision may remain unknown, but the cause is painfully clear. 3 people died needlessly, and dozens more lived with the scars that would never fade. Across Texas, crashes like this happen far too often, and many are never fully explained. In fact, over 10% of fatal crashes in Texas are listed with unknown causes. Fatigue, distraction, inattention. These silent killers leave no obvious trail, but the aftermath is always the same: devastation. Because not all tragedies come with clear answers. Sometimes all we know is who didn't make it home. Never assume the road is safe because it's empty. Never let pride outweigh caution. And never leave a party without thinking of the people counting on you to make it home. Because this is what happens when one choice goes the wrong way. We pass the crosses, we read the names, but we never hear the stories. Until now. This one was for Gloria, for Matthew, for John, and the countless others who never made it home. Their stories didn't end in that truck. Their name will not fade. And the lesson we learn from them may save someone else. So the next time you buckle up, glance at your phone, feel fatigue, or wave off that offer to crash on a couch, remember this story. I'm Jorge, and this is the Crossroads Project. Drive safe, look out for one another, and until next time, remember, at every intersection of life and fate, you have the power to choose. Driver safety is paramount.